Today we've got a titanium folding stove from OneTigris on deck. I'm a fan of OneTigris, but I know nothing about the stove. Today's going to be its first use. Let's look at this together, see if it's going to fit into your pack. Okay, so here it is in its package, the OneTigris Triangle Titanium Stove. Nice little form factor, really flat, super light. And I'll give you a comparison. This is the Überleben stove that I have. I really like this stove. I've used it many times. So I'm just giving you a size comparison. And weight-wise, they're about the same. This one might be a little bit lighter, but this one's actually larger. So we'll see if we like it. First time setting this up. Let's see what we got in here. Okay. Looks like the bottom. Looks like these are your pot holders. And then you've got 3 pieces here. Okay, so first thing I notice is there's no feeding port, and that's one of my favorite features of the Überleben. So the reason I like those is because it's very easy to light the stove, and if you want to feed in wood when you got a pot on top, it's just a lot easier to put some wood in through the side. But we'll see how this one goes. This one looks like it's a fairly good size, and I know I'm going to fumble through this a little bit, but let's see what happens here. So I think it goes like that. Okay, we're not super tight yet, but everything's sort of where it needs to be. Now, I don't know if I was supposed to do this before or after, but it's like there. All right. So far, I'm really liking it. Goes together super easy, and looks like it's quite sturdy as well. These, I'm not sure exactly what they want us to do with them. Maybe one like that. One like that. And one like that. So far, I quite like it. Now, maybe we got to gather some twigs and some wood and see how this thing lights. Let's get to it. Okay, so saying today's going to be a challenge to get this lit is an understatement. I've gone around, I've gathered some twigs. I was here last week, and I had some extra wood that I split, and I do like to use larger pieces of wood in here because I just find the twigs burn too quickly, and you're constantly feeding it. So I want to see if I can get more of a sustained burn for cooking or something using these. Okay, so what I normally do is I try to stuff these into the bottom, and then I put the twigs on top, light the twigs, and as the embers and ashes fall, it gets these bigger sticks going. And I'm hoping today that's going to be the ticket to get this lit, because it's going to be fun. Everything is absolutely soaked. Okay, here I have my homemade fire wick. I'm going to see if I can get this thing going in the rain. It's pretty wet around here, but let's see what happens. See, this is where I miss having the opening on the side. I would have just put it right here, but it's out of your way so you can see what's going on. So again, most of the twigs are at the top, And I'm hoping that they're going to take and drop some ashes down and get this bigger wood to go. And this might take a few minutes. My friends, I will not lie, that was very difficult to light. I think the addition of a side port would really help in that manner. I did have my fire wick here, and these are great. I'm actually gonna do a video on how to make one of these. Without this would have been a really tough stove to get going, especially today. We've had rain for a week straight, and even, you know, the stuff I broke was right off a dead standing tree, and it was all soaked. I could feel it in my hands. So I'm gonna let this burn down a little bit, and we're gonna try cooking on it, see how that works. Okay, my friends, you know what? There's no sense in waiting. Forgot that I've got my fire anchor kit here, and we can definitely use that to get some bacon going. Maybe put it too close. Somewhere right around there. All right. If you're interested in this kit, let me know. I'll do a video on it. I've only used it a few times, but so far I'm pretty happy with it. Look at that. I got just a few slices of thick cut bacon. Write down in the comments, thick cut or regular cut. I know what I like. Try something a little different too. Put these for now. Maybe we'll cook them here. Maybe we'll just hold them here for a little while. So now that the wood's cooked down a bit, I got the pot sitting right on the stove. I put in the stove supports in, which is not super easy. Oh, look at that. That's looking good. But it's cooking quite nicely, and I'm suspecting I'm going to need a little bit more wood soon. So with this pot here, with this frying pan here, there's barely any room, just a small amount of room that you could fit some twigs on the side here. And it looks like I will need to add some. All right, my friends, the bacon is cooked, and I'm pretty happy with the way it did cook. So now I got to have my daily coffee. So I've got my titanium pot here. This is a Lixada 900 mil. Oh, it's a little bit dirty. How about that? There we go, clean. I'm gonna fill it up about, that's roughly 400 milliliters. And I just put a couple of chunks of wood in there. There's just coals right now. I just want to see if we can get this water to boil like this. Water boiled nicely. This pot works great on there. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. This is a Vietnamese coffee maker. Made a coffee with it last week, and came out pretty good. So I'm gonna try it again and see what happens. Okay, so there's a few things we definitely need to talk about. Very important. I'm gonna do a bacon drive-by here. Oh, that's really good. So number one, the stove generally works pretty well. There's one glaring flaw, and that there's no feed port on the side. My Uberleben stove has this, and it makes a world of difference when you're trying to first get the stove lit for the first time, because you want to get the stove lit low and the fire climbs up, and just works quicker and better that way. And I was able to use one of the access ports to kind of do that a little bit, but without a fire wick, you might have trouble. The pot stands, it was fine for the frying pan. I think it was a 6 or 7 inch frying pan, but it was really hard to feed anything but really small twigs when we did that. The Lixada 900 milliliter pot worked fine. There was a lot of room to put stuff around it. But if you're gonna boil something of this size, this did not fit very well on there. I was able to get it to fit, but I didn't trust it very much. It was kind of tipsy. So you have to think about what you're using. Now overall, you have to listen to this. I would rather have the Uberleben stove, but this stove was free. I'm not saying you can get it for free. They're I actually went to go order another OneTigris promotion, and this thing just popped into my cart for free. So if you're looking at other OneTigris products, you might be able to get this for free. If that offer is still available, I'll give you details when I do the editing in this video. But for absolutely nothing, I'd say it's great. But if you were looking for one, I would say look at the Uberleben, or at least one that has a feeding port. Now, this can be modified for free. Hey, you modify that, it'll take you probably 15 minutes, cut a little hole in one of the sides, yeah, it'll work great. And don't get me wrong, the stove, the material looks great. Thickness of the gauge of the steel or titanium looks great. It hasn't warped or anything, and I had a fire going for over an hour there. It was pretty good sized fire, so the materials do look good. I think they did give it a try. They just missed one thing. Guys, if you like stuff like this, please remember, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Whatever it is you want to get, go out into the woods, enjoy nature. See you in the next video.